Kingsley Bimpop was having a stroke, and when police found him, instead of taking him to a hospital, they took him to a jail cell. November of last year, a U.S. postal worker is pulled over by Eagan police for going the wrong way on a highway. He's confused. When asked what he's doing there or where he lives, he doesn't have an answer.
Where do you live?
I don't know.
Martin Jensen, an Eagan cop, is called in to help because Martin is supposedly a drug recognition evaluator, a cop trained specifically to detect drug-impaired drivers and, here's the key part, trained to detect the difference between those having a medical emergency. A federal lawsuit has just been filed that states when Martin Jensen was approached about doing the evaluation he was trained to do on Kingsley, he declined it, and body cam footage caught him telling another cop on the scene it would just be a whole bunch of time wasted. Now, Kingsley was hauled off to jail under the charges of a DUI. He spent hours writhing in pain on the ground in his own bodily fluids. Officers came by to check on him. They wrote this: inmate okay, inmate okay, inmate okay. And as you can guess, Kingsley was not fucking okay. He had had a stroke, and now, almost a year later, there's a federal lawsuit for all of this because Kingsley, when nurses finally got around to him in the jail cell and asked what is going on here, and the officer said, he's been like this all night, it's okay. The nurse said, no, this is not okay. Kingsley was soon later pronounced brain dead and then taken off life support. He died 3 days after being pulled over. And as you probably already guessed, there were no drugs found in his system. Now, here are two contacts that may possibly have answers as to why the fuck they let a man die in a Dakota County jail suffering from a stroke, and also if Martin Jensen and every single officer that checked on this man while in the midst of a stroke is still employed, and if so, why? Number one, this is the contact for the Eagan Police Department. Their chief of police, Roger New, announced that he's going to be retiring this year, which is pretty convenient, but you can contact them here and ask them if keeping Martin Jensen on the force would just be a whole bunch of time wasted to keep him around. Number two, her track record shows that she's not progressive, but you can contact Dakota County Attorney Catherine Keena here or in the description below to ask if she's going to prosecute a single one of the cops involved with the negligence, the state-created danger, and the complicit killing of Kingsley Bimpop. But what do you think of all this? A man is pulled over by Eagan police who's having a medical crisis. A specialist checks on him to see if he's having a medical crisis and then says checking on him would just be a waste of time, and that man dies less than 4 days later. We'll keep you updated about this story at onsitepublicmedia.substack.com.